I mean, this is it. Right now, literally exactly what's happening. Me talking, you listening, sounds. Is already happening. Everything. So that's what Nkosi, when he says, whether you go right, whether you go left, doesn't matter. Because you haven't really gone anywhere. It's still this. Because there is only this, but it can appear as anything. But it's only here. It's not in the past. And habitually, we get lost in thought of past or future. But where are those thoughts appearing in?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why Nkosi, when he was working with Alice, was having her take her attention off of the thoughts, off of the story, and just saying, well, look, without words, without concepts,
He told me last night that it's already here, it's incredibly simple, and it's immediate.
so you couldn't get to that. That's the problem. That's the rub for the me, is trying to get to immediate.
Are you saying the words get in the way?
No, nothing gets in the way. No, he's saying, so there's only this. So this can even think it's not this. That's the me.
Paradox.
He gave me a little lecture last night because I was trying to get it. And he reminded me how it is impossible for me to get it because no me even exists. But it was a lecture I needed to hear again because I keep trying to get it.
And then he would even say, it's not even you trying to get it.
Yes.
Why do we even have this mechanism, Michael?
What mechanism? I'm sorry.
The doing mechanism, the thinking mechanism, the labeling mechanism.
Come on, Michael.
I know she's going to get mad at me. Well, who's asking?
The character, my avatar.
So there's just this, however it's appearing for you, exactly as it's appearing for you. But right now, that's the immediacy. So that's why it's not changeable. because by the time you understand, or you think you understand, right, there you go. Somebody posted this. I kind of like this. Maybe you've heard this. Thoughts are real, but their content is not. Guys heard that? Thoughts are real, but their content, it's a story, and there's no proof of it. Right? Think about a thought. How would you prove it? Like, well, I made some coffee before this Zoom meeting. Well, where is that right? Where's that right now in this moment? I don't even care because I have my coffee. So it works. That's the thing, you guys. It's the magic trick works by itself. You don't need to, the me is trying to understand the magic trick.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's a mystery. So the illusion is that it's knowable. Like you think you know what a tree is, or a plant, or a squirrel.
They're just labels.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get him to say, what does he say? Raccoon, chicken. I giggle every time he says raccoon and chicken. Don't tell him. It's so adorable, isn't it? Am I the only one? First of all, I don't understand rat. When he says, hi, Nkosi.
Hi,
Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
hello everyone. Morning.
I know I said I couldn't come, but I
Just read your message.
it's better to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Nkosi. So we were talking about memory and the video that Michael put up about your discussion with Alice on memory.
Yeah.
Can you speak about that a little bit, Nkosi?
Okay.
I definitely toggle with memory and labels and stuff, and it comes and goes. And
Yeah. Everything appears in this now. You know, even memory, it's just an appearance. It doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. Because when it is looked for now, it's not there. It's not there. It cannot be found. So there's no memory. There's really no memory.
so, do you ever miss anything that ever happened? I mean, if one's like dissolved to that point, then you're
Yeah,
not
it's
capable of
just
missing anything, because missing
it's
is a
just an
memory activity.
yeah, it's just an appearance. It's just an appearance. It appears and disappears. It's not important, and it's not taken seriously because there's no one here who takes everything serious anymore. Everything is superficial. It's more like a play. It's more like they are just characters in the movie moving around, and they're just appearances. Nothing matters.
Well, I noticed that some have a trigger on them for me, and some of them don't. Sometimes there's a trigger attached, and sometimes there isn't. And sometimes there was a trigger, and now there isn't. And where did the triggers come from?
Even what seems to be you is just an appearance in this. It's the same as memory. It doesn't even exist. Where is memory now? Where is it? At this moment, where is the memory?
It's a thought.
Exactly.
And what are thoughts?
Just a thought. Can you touch a thought? Can you see it? It's not even there.
It's
It's
imagination.
imagined.
Damn, we all have
And
such imaginary lives.
Yeah.
Addicted to our imagination.
Exactly.
Who needs drugs?
Yet nobody's addicted to anything because there's already nobody there. Whatever that is appearing right now, it's just an appearance. It's not important. But this never appeared. That's why it never disappeared. It is always here. And no one can get to this because there's only this. No one can see this because there's only this. Even what seems to be someone there listening to this, it's just an imagination. Hearing, seeing, smelling, taste, it's just an imagination. Nobody is hearing anything here. Nobody's seeing anything. Nobody's smelling anything because there's nobody, there's only this. Let me change my accent. There's only this.
Oh God.
I think he's on to us. We love your accent.
Nkosi and I got to talk a little bit about it this week. We laughed a lot.
We're just glad you're here to join us.
Yeah.
So could you speak a little about this and passion and following your passion and what one does with how their lives happen to unfold the way it does?
There's nobody who can follow passion. There's nobody who can decide anything. There's nobody who has a purpose because there's just this. There's only this.
But it plays out in different ways among each being. You know, someone does this, someone's an artist, someone's a doctor. I mean, how does that happen?
It's just happening. And it's not happening.
That's the confusing part right there.
It seems to happen, but it's not happening.
That's the part I don't get. It seems
Yeah,
to be
nobody can
happening.
get
But
this.
yeah, my mind can't go there. Just
Yeah.
it's definitely beyond the thinking mind. It's limitations, because all it wants to do is put a concept on it, you know,
Yeah.
and label concept thing. And that's not this.
Yeah. And right now, nothing is happening.
I think that's the best news, that right now nothing's happening. That is just good news.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And they are just appearances, and they don't matter to this.
It's the sweetest words I've ever heard.
So they
Okay.
only matter to the me, right?
And the me is not there.
And there's no me to begin with.
There's no me. There's only this. The me is just an appearance in this.
So why are we so stuck in the suffering me? Or appear to be stuck in the suffering me?
There's no why. There's just what's happening. And it's happening for no one.
This me has been suffering a lot lately.
Where is suffering now? Where is it?
Pardon?
Can you point to it?
It's a felt experience of tension and pain and constriction.
Is it always there?
No,
Why?
because it's never there. It appears to come and go.
Exactly.
So it appears to come and go.
Everything comes and goes.
Yeah.
But this never came, and it will never go away. This is formless and empty of any content. Can anyone find the formless one?
Find the what?
Can the one find the formless? Even what seems to be the one looking for this is already formless. So there's nothing to find here, because the one who's appearing, who seems to be appearing in this, looking for the wholeness, is already wholeness. This is just a play. This is just a movie. This is just a dream.
Can be a nightmare or a fantasy.
Sorry?
It's just a dream.
It's just a
comes
dream.
in-
It's not real.
It comes and goes. You know, sometimes it seems more intense than others. But I think of The Wizard of Oz, where Glinda the Good Witch was like waving her wand over Dorothy and all the people in the poppy field, you know, waking them up from their sleep. And it just like this we're pointing to reminds me of Glinda the Good Witch, just kind of looking over everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get that imagery, but it like, I don't know, it just comes.
Yeah, this is always here. This is always here.
What about when you're dying? Is there
There's
any
no
movement? Is there any movement when the breath leaves the body?
It is recognized that the me never even existed in the first place.
So you figure the whole thing out at that moment before you drop out. Is that what you're implying?
It's a wow moment. Wow. There's only this.
And then you're out. You're out. We put our dog down today, and I didn't know how I was going to feel after doing it, but just feel like it was the right thing to do. He was really old and sickly. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that. You know, I didn't know how I was going to feel, but yeah, feels okay.
Yeah. Everything is okay. Everything is okay.
Oh, I know. I hear you say that, but I live with an electric ego husband, and things are not okay for him, and he reminds me about it, and I have to like breathe through it. It's like, there's a lot of static. I'm just like, what? I can't. I don't even know how to respond. But there's a lot of static on that end, and I just like, oh my God. I mean, I wish he knew what I knew. Or I don't know.
Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows, because there's nobody here. There's just this.
I know he takes himself
And
very seriously.
I don't know this.
Nkosi, who is speaking these words that are coming from your face?
Yeah, Nkosi is just a character. Just one of the appearances in this.
A very
this never
wise
appeared.
character.
Yeah, it's just a character.
Mhm.
It's just a character. And it's not important. So this allows the character to be as it is. This is not looking to change the character. All characters don't belong to anyone. They're just characters appearing in this. So they are okay as they are. They don't need to be changed. Because there's nothing wrong with anything. Because what seems to be appearing right now is just an expression of this. This is expressing itself. And this doesn't mind itself. Everything is allowed to be as it is, because there's only this. There's nobody here. Nobody ever existed. And nobody will ever die, because there's nobody. There's only this. This is alone as everything. So it may seem that there's someone who's listening to these words that are spoken right now. But that's just an appearance. There's nobody who's listening. There's nobody who's learning anything. There's nobody who will find anything. Then there's nobody who will become anything, because there's only this.
And so the suffering comes from identifying as this character who feels broken. That's the real
Exactly.
suffering, the only time there's suffering.
Yeah. And there can only be this identifying with its appearances. And when what seems to be me seems to disappear, it is recognized that the me never even existed. So the one who has been suffering, who has been saying, I'm suffering, I'm going through so much problems, it is recognized that it has always been this. There was never any character, there was never any Nkosi, there was never any Alice. There was just this. So it's just a wow moment. Wow.
Hopefully we get that before
It's
we
just
leave the
this.
body.
Sorry, come again?
I hope I get that before I leave the body. I don't know. I know there's no one to get that, but I hope there's a recognition of that.
There is
Like-
already.
That this is here and that this is always here, but the one who thinks it's a me is not living in that realm. It's not. Do you know what I mean?
An appearance is an expression of this. So that appearance, when it seems to disappear, it is recognized that it has always been this. So it's the same as death. When death comes, it is recognized as the character never even existed. So, so it's more like a joke.
Hmm.
It's a joke. It's more like this is tricking its own self. This is playing with its own self, because there's nothing else here. There's just this. This is everywhere present. There's nothing. Seemingly appearing as everything. So it's okay. You are already this. So I'm not talking about the personal you. I'm talking about the impersonal you. The one that has no location.
Hmm.
The one that cannot be seen or held in view. Because there's no one to see it. Because there's only this. So it's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay.
So there's no one broken. There's no one suffering. There's only an appearance of coming and going, changing emotions.
There's no one walking. There's no one owning anything. There's no one thinking. There's
Mm,
no one doing anything. There's no one suffering. There's
thank
just
you.
this.
Thank you.
There's just this.
Mm.
And all else is imagined. Stop imagining and be. And this is not an instruction to someone. This
Mm.
is an instruction to this, or should I say to no one? Because there's only this.
I like that. Stop imagining and be. Just relax.
Stop imagining.
Mm.
It was helpful when you said that imagination is just an appearance like anything else.
Exactly.
The one who's imagining is an appearance, same appearance.
Yes. Yes.
So you don't even have to stop imagining, because the imaginer is part of the movie, the appearance.
Yes.
Yeah, just stop the identification.
And you don't have to do that either.
I do.
Where does intuition fit into this?
Joan, who is the one that has intuition? The same one.
I don't know, but sometimes I have a sense to go right or left, and I don't know where that comes from. And so I just call it intuition because I don't know where it comes from. I mean, it's like I'm driving down a road. I have no idea which way to go, and I go, I'll go that way. And that
Well,
happens.
That's the appearance of Joan, the Joan movie. And that will just be whatever it is. You don't need to worry about that. Because you're not that, you're this.
I don't know, but sometimes, I mean, I was lost. I was driving my car and I made a turn and it just happened to be the right way to go. And I had no idea. And it got me to where I needed to go. And I was like, I don't know how that happened, but thank you. You know, things like that happen. And I'm just like, I don't know how that happened.
I don't know. How did you turn on your computer?
There's a button.
Yeah. But you don't know how to do it.
That's
We
just
don't
the
know.
button.
There's the button.
What do you want me to say? I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm saying that movie is going on, the movie of everything, the appearance. We don't know how to do it.
It just
We're
happens.
not doing it. You're just this. This appearing in you, in this. You don't have to know. There's no job for you. Let Joan take care of that. She's been doing it forever. She'll
Yeah.
always do it. And it doesn't matter what she does. Because whatever she's trying to do is already done. It's already this. Joan in the movie is trying to get to this. She never will, because she's just an appearance. But you're already here as this. Everything Joan is trying to do is already done as this.
It's just, I mean, I just feel like I'm in limbo. I mean, I just don't know if I'm coming or going or why.
Who's the I that doesn't know?
That I don't know. I don't know.
That being, that feeling, that feeling of being in limbo, Joan, is just this. It's all just this, no?
Because there's only this, there's nothing else here. There's nobody who's doing anything. There's nobody who's talking. There's nobody who's thinking. There's only this. So there's no Joan here already. No matter which direction what seems to be a Joan character may take, it's just this. There's no Joan. What you're just about to say right now, it's not you who will be saying it. It's just this. Because there's no you there. There's only this. So this doesn't mind what is being said. Just doesn't mind. So whatever is being said is not doing anything to this. It's not changing this. No word can touch this.
I think what I love so much is that that what you say. Now I'm going to talk about the me, but all my life I've felt responsible for this, responsible for that person, responsible for what I've been doing. And when I listen to you and Nkosi, the heaviness of responsibility that I've carried all my life is lifted. It's removed. And so it's just such a joy to sink into no responsibility because the me is not even here. So I'm so thankful.
Yeah. Nobody's responsible for anything.
Mm.
And this has no intention to do anything. This has no intention to be known. No one can know this because there's no one here already. And this doesn't see you. This doesn't know you because there's only this. So whatever is being said here, it doesn't make this happy. Because there's only this.
I came to Nkosi last night with a very emotional problem regarding a man I've been dating for 4 years, and it's just a whole lot of stuff. And I wanted him to kind of find a way that I can work this out with him, but he just said all this annoying stuff to me. And probably halfway through our session, I was able to really receive it, and it was beautiful. I had a beautiful day today alone. I haven't needed to see him today. I was feeling some compulsiveness or addiction toward being with him, even though it wasn't all that pleasant. And just really hearing you and being able to bring everything to you just made all the difference. And I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Everything is beautiful as it is. Everything is beautiful
Already.
already. There's no wrong or right here. Nothing is taken seriously. It's a beautiful world that doesn't even exist.
I think for me, I have in many ways relied on others for love, for their pretense of love. And because there's a draw to feel the love, and I'm learning with you that it is in here and it's this. And when I depend on another, like I did with my friend, it's painful. So and I can't only say that it's with him, it's with women friends or whenever I feel a need to connect. So I would, but that's all part of this too. But it seems like it can be problematic because where I get confused in this, I want to say, but it's all this, and yet at the same time, it feels problematic that I would depend on others to receive validation. Because that always becomes painful ultimately. Because it's an addiction. If I don't get validation for a week, I get kind of nervous.
Who's the victim?
Well, right now I'm in a good space, so I can't find the victim. Yeah, there isn't any.
Yeah.
There isn't any.
They are just stories appearing. They're just stories that seem to appear, but they don't belong to anyone. Stories are just stories. There's no me to have a story. And yet there's no story. It's all imagined by no one. This is more like space. It's spaciousness. It's everywhere present. I can say that's your true identity, spaciousness. You have no position. There's no position.